angels online. The angels online. The angels, the angels, the angels online.
Good people, good people. 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 What's going on, y'all? We in the studio back again. Season 2, episode 6. This is what we do. We got 5 individuals in this room, in this studio as guests. We gonna start to my right. We got Shannon. Shannon, how you doing?
I'm great.
There it is. We got Dante across from me.
What's the word?
And on the line, first and foremost, we got Shania. Shania, where you calling in from?
My house.
What city you in?
St. Louis, Missouri, babe.
There it is. Trey, talk to me. We got Trey. Where you at?
The South City of St. Louis, you know.
Okay, there it is. And we got Jerron. Jerron, where you calling from?
How y'all doing? I'm calling from Terre Haute, Indiana.
Terre Haute,
Okay.
Indiana. Jerron, how old are you, sir?
I am 17 years old.
There it is. Trey, how old are you, sir?
17 as well.
Shania, and how old are you?
I am 18.
Okay.
Come on. Come
Okay,
on.
All right.
You out the house yet? You out the house yet?
No, not at all.
Anybody still in high school?
I am.
Trey, you are. Jerron, did you just graduate?
Yes, ma'am. I just graduated.
Congratulations. Make sure you
Yeah.
speak in that mic. Don't cry. Congratulations, son.
Thank you.
Shania, what's up? You in high school?
No, ma'am. I just graduated May 25th this year.
Congratulations.
Congratulations to
Yes.
these high school graduates
Very
out
good.
here.
Very
Yes,
good.
sir. Make sure your volume is up for me, ladies and gentlemen, speaking over the phone. Make sure your volume is up. Thank you, Justin. I appreciate you. All right, y'all, we talking about peer pressure today, y'all, because we all know peer pressure is something. It is something. It is with adults. It happens with kids, kids to kids, adults to kids, adults to adults, in the workplace, in school, in the park, on the bus stop, in traffic. In traffic.
Straight up.
I mean, you could be going to a restaurant to get something to eat, and the person behind you like, hold on, man, you know what I'm saying? You should do this.
Yep.
Right.
You know, you could be in a workplace and somebody say, hey, man, I know you just started, but let me tell you how we do things.
Correct.
Right.
That's not in the policy, bruh.
But you automatically feel obligated to do it because
Right, because
They've
that
been
person
around.
already there.
correct.
Welcome to
correct.
that peer pressure, and everybody want to fit in. So we're going to start with Dante. Dante, give us a little glimpse of your version of peer pressure.
So peer pressure is the act of influence from a member of your own peer group.
That's right.
Shannon, how you feel about peer pressure? Tell me a little something.
He just took the words right out my mouth.
Okay, say no more, say no more. And kids, y'all got different versions of peer pressure. Trey, what's your version a little bit, maybe? Of what you've seen, probably.
Something that I was seeing is that it's kind of inevitable. Like you said earlier, it's no matter like where you are, where you at, like it's harder to avoid it, and it's really hard not to get into it as well. You can see it from parties or friends, family members, you know, like simple little things that you're around and the people that, you know, you hang around can feed heavily into your ability to deal with peer pressure for sure.
You better speak
Yeah,
to
no,
me.
and everything you said is absolutely correct. You know, it's unfortunate that the family is one group of people that
Number
is
one.
heavy on the peer pressure.
Yeah.
Heavy on it.
Shania, what about you?
When it comes to peer pressure, I feel like you can say it's inevitable, but I feel like if you stick to your strengths and what you know, you can easily avoid it. And when it comes to peer pressure, I feel like most people take it as something that's always negative, but sometimes peer pressure can also make you come out of your shell and make you be the person, that you feel like you never had the strength to be, but it can make you a greater person. Because me personally, I've done a lot of positive peer pressure, not the negative. So people always associate peer pressure with negativity. But with me, I feel like my senior year, when it came to doing things that was outside my comfort zone, I feel like it made me a better person.
Okay.
Amen.
And I agree with you. But that sounds more like encouragement. But the two are the same, though. Peer pressure and encouragement are the same thing. It's if one goes to the left, it's peer pressure. If it's right and positive, then it's encouragement. So you're exactly right, young lady. You're exactly right. They are very much the same.
And another word I use is motivation.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Motivation.
Correct.
Jerron, what about you? Terre Haute, Indiana?
I'm sticking with Shania on this one. I feel like it is inevitable, but if you are able, in your own mind to withstand being able to be hurt, pressured, and things like that, then you shouldn't have to worry about it. So it being inevitable isn't always a problem with every single person, because most people nowadays are, what's the word? Attentive of things like that. If you get what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, pretty much.
Wow, okay. Boy, I love when y'all speak, man. It's Angels Alive, voice of the unheard. I love when y'all speak. My job is to give you a platform, baby.
Absolutely.
So that way, when you walk away from this mic, you're going to do it out in public. It's a positive way to make magic. All right, now.
I got a quick question for the young man who just spoke. When he said that when you know what to look for, it kind of helps you. Like, are you referring to signs? Are there signs of peer pressure? Or Angel, am I a little premature? Are we gonna cover that later on?
Well, no. Let's talk about it.
Yes.
Let's talk
I
about
was
it,
to say,
baby.
let's talk about
Let's
it,
talk
because that's
about
what
Got
you
to
say.
give people what they want.
Okay, my man. So you said there's signs. Can you give us a few examples? I mean, you know them, and then somebody might listen and might not know them. So just kind of give them a few examples of what to look for to be able to easily identify.
Well, in my time being in high school, walking around the people that I have walked around, you've got things like, let's see, you've heard of like the popular groups of people in school, stuff like that. Those type of people are the, ones to encourage you to do things to get you out of your box and stuff like that. And those people are usually the ones to be the negative ones, trying to get you to do crazy stuff to look good for other people that really don't care for you at all, honestly.
So when you say the signs, are you saying pay attention to your personnel,
Yeah, pretty much.
your people?
Yeah.
How they vibe, who they
Because
hang
of their
around with,
reputation that they
Yeah, their
have.
reputation, and kind of just being aware of your surroundings.
Right.
Actually,
Yeah.
being attentive. Because I heard you earlier. You said attentive. So being attentive of what you got, what people are saying,
Pretty
what
much,
people are
yeah,
doing.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you. So we're gonna start with you, Jerron. You can talk to us, give us your story. Have you ever done something against your own values as a result of peer pressure?
Let's see.
Don't think too hard. What you do wrong?
Let's start there.
Let's start there, because you said
Yeah.
you were one of the ones that was peer pressure.
Right.
So we know you wasn't attentive at some point.
Yeah. Well, I had some friends back in, what was it?
You gotta
My
speak up a
freshman
little.
year.
Speak up a little bit for
My
me,
freshman
please.
year. Back in my freshman year, I had some, I wouldn't call them friends now, just some bad personnel. At the time, I called them friends, but they were bad personnel. Encouraged me to steal something. I won't, say too much about it, but they encouraged me to take something that was not mine. And the whole point of me doing that thing was to look good in front of everybody. In the end, I did end up getting caught and got into a whole lot of trouble for it.
Very good.
So, yeah. Again, I can't speak too much on it, but yeah.
That's fine. We don't incriminate ourselves here.
But don't do that.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Plead the
Yeah,
fifth.
nah.
So just a quick question. I mean, because you're really describing it, but I want to make it clear for the people who are not involved in the call, who will listen to this later on. Because, I mean, like I said, you're spot on. So I'm going to ask you a few questions, my man. And answer these if you're comfortable. Yes or no. And this, I think, will help a lot of people. Did you have a need to fit in with those specific group of people?
Did I have a need to fit in?
Yeah, I mean, what was your desire to execute
Um,
what they
I
were asked
mean,
you to do to be able to fit in or seek or seem cool around them, so to speak?
at the time, and the mindset that I had at the time, it was 100% to fit in, 100%. Just getting to St. Louis, coming from where I was coming from. I was coming from Florida. St. Louis is definitely a whole lot different from Florida and the people that's in Florida. So me trying to make new friends and with the people in St. Louis, trying to fit in, I made that bad decision. Of course, yeah, I made the friends and stuff, but I had to take the consequences that came with, the action.
I mean, at the baseline, that's the root cause of peer pressure. If we want to be clear and don't make it any more complicated, it's caused by that's probably the number one
The
of
need
the
of
three
acceptance.
things. Absolutely, and the fear of rejection.
Yep.
Those are literally the three things.
Nobody wants to be rejected, for goodness
Yeah.
sake.
At all, ever. And adults too.
Adults.
Yeah.
In any situation. We don't want, what if, when you don't get that job, how you feel?
Man.
Angie, don't take me there. Angel, don't take me there. Don't take me there.
When you don't get that promotion,
Don't take me there.
you're like, wait a minute, I know I was good. I know.
Right.
And then,
Yeah, no, for
So-
sure. But it's funny because peer pressure when you're young is caused by fear of rejection and a self-esteem issue. Sometimes, not to say that that's anybody's specific case, but when you're older, it's the complete opposite. It's the fear of rejection and knowing your
Right.
worth.
Okay.
hey man, I know I was
I
worth
know
seven.
my
Straight
worth.
up, straight up. Man, look here. Don't take me there.
Woo, okay. I'm going to ask that same question to Trey. Have you ever done something against your own values as a result of peer pressure?
Oh man, I mean, I could go on and on. Like, how many do you want?
Hey, you
Like,
got to get up people
real
with
li-
good people, good people. You better tell us something, baby.
Straight up.
You want, hey, somebody got to hear you because it's 1,000, a million Treys out there. It's a million Shanias, it's a million
Absolutely.
Jerrons,
Absolutely.
Dantes, Angels, and Shannon's out there. So go ahead, man. Somebody, you are somebody's angel.
That's right.
I mean, I can give you the most recent one that was probably the worst, like one of the worst ones I did.
Uh-huh.
So I think it was like going into my junior year that summer. Obviously I go to SLU, so it's a predominantly white school with, privileged kids, high class kids. So, I was kind of on the poorer side. Still kind of am, but, I was kind of shown down upon. But I'm real charismatic. Almost my entire grade knows me. The entire school knows me. So I was like, okay, everyone knows me for being, a funny guy, person that they can be comfortable around, et cetera, et cetera. So that summer, I got invited to parties and parties and parties and parties. So I'm like, okay, yeah. I asked my mom if I could go to one of the bigger ones. It was this one kid who had like a mansion deep in like Wildwood. It's like maybe where if I could compare it to anywhere else in the world, it's like Colorado. Like it's like mountains and all type of weird stuff. Like it's bad out there, right? So I got invited over there. I asked my mom. She said no. Obviously, it's like almost an hour away. So I'm like, okay. If I'm not gonna be able to go from your permission, I'm gonna snuck out. And peer pressure played a big part in that because literally everybody in my grade, almost the whole school was there, and they were like, Trey, you gotta come. Trey, you gotta be there. Trey, everyone's gonna be there, but you don't want to miss it. Party of the summer, you're gonna be. If you miss it, you're lame. Yada yada yada. We need you. And I'm like, okay, I gotta go. So I ended up sneaking out and went out. I had a blast. I'm not gonna lie, I had a great time, but
You usually
having
do.
that monkey
You
on my
usually
back,
do.
knowing that if I end up
You
coming back
You
home,
do.
but having that monkey on my back where, dang, I wish I wouldn't have snuck out because if I get caught, it's over with. And that ended up happening. I came back home. My mom was in my room waiting on me. She was like, yep, know what that means? I was like, oh, suck. I was hurt, but all consequences have an action. I mean, have a result and have an outcome, whether it's good or bad. You can't run from it. It's inevitable, like I said earlier. So that's one of the bigger ones for sure.
Ooh-wee, I know your mama got on your head.
Straight up.
How you get that?
Yeah,
you said
she
it was an
did.
hour away, and she said no.
Somebody came and got you, didn't they?
She waited. She didn't even text me, and she just knew I was going. because I guess it's like a mother's third sense or something. Like
No,
she was
I
just,
said
she just knew.
no. I said, did somebody come pick you up to take you out there?
Oh yeah, for
Man,
sure.
it's
That,
easy
I
to
was
fall
always
asleep.
on one of
And
them.
they was with it too. They was
Right,
with
they
it.
can't
You know
even
what
get
the
them
gag
an
is?
hour
They
away.
probably had
said,
permission
yo,
to be there.
let's go.
Mm-hmm.
Man, look here.
I was like, yo, let's go. They was like, all right, bet we go. And then we was there, you know.
Wow. Well, we know you know you went against your own values
Indeed.
and your rules in the house. Shania, talk to me.
Oh yeah.
You can talk. It's
My
okay because your
peer
mother's
pressure-
here.
Everyone, Shania is Shannon's child. So, Shania, go ahead, keep it open. Don't worry about it. We on Angels Online. That's what it's for. You already know. Let's go.
I mean, my peer pressure scenario isn't, like sneaking out or anything. I'm a good child. I'm a homebody. My mama already knows that. My mama already knows.
Turn your
volume.
volume
You
up.
gotta
Turn your
speak
volume
up.
up for me. You got to speak in your phone.
Oh, okay.
Speaking to your MacBook.
Come on here.
Mama, I'm not on my MacBook.
Oh, okay.
Well, that might be the problem.
Go ahead,
Can
Shania.
y'all hear me? Is this better?
It's kind of low, but
Put your mouth on there. I mean, not like just get
something.
Put my
close.
mouth on it.
Get close, cause we can't hear you.
Is this better?
yes.
Okay. My peer pressure scenario was not, like bad or anything. It was more of so kind of like a follow the leader type peer pressure where, when I was in like 7th grade, like 7th, 8th grade, maybe because like I assimilated into like a different type of school.
Come on,
I mean,
words.
because, I was always in Confluence, like a little charter school or whatever. Then I got pushed to like a magnet school. And, like, things was different. I thought things would be, like, a little clean slate. So, I, like, the first day I felt the vibe of everybody there. The new school wasn't, like, what I was used to. So, I see people, they dressing different. They move different. And they kind of, like, they hang with, like, little cliques and stuff. And they like, do things that I never really saw at my other school where, people skip class. People, like, they don't do work. They just like lean back and kick back. So when I first started going to my new school in 7th grade, I was like, okay, so maybe I should try and fit in since I'm in a different culture. It's not the same people that I'm used to. So maybe I can like reinvent myself, be a different person. So at the start of school, I was kind of like trying to lean in and try to meet my friends, and that's what I did, and it kind of resulted in me, getting bad grades. I was getting like F's. Like, I remember specifically my GPA was like a 0.8 because I used to like hang around with like people. I used to skip class, and I used to get in trouble. I remember, I think specifically 7th grade, I ended up getting into a fight too. And I kind of like started it a little bit, and I think I got like a scar on my left eye from it. I was just like not me, and yeah, I was getting like straight bad grades and stuff, and it was because I was with the wrong people. But eventually, kind of like at the maybe like mid start when I moved in, 8th grade, it was kind of different. I kind of like changed myself around because I knew I was hanging with the wrong crowd. So, I had to find a group of people who wouldn't let me get off track like that, who wouldn't like let me skip. And I was like getting better performance, and I was going to class more often, not getting into a lot of drama, not a lot of fights and stuff like that. It was kind of like a better environment. And like it gave me a lesson that if people don't like you for you, then you shouldn't be around those people. That's not
That's
your
on
flow.
period.
That's not your like.
Okay.
That's not your
Marry that
vibe. You
little
gotta
lamb.
be you around the people that like you for you.
I got a question.
But yeah, that's my story.
I got a question. So, it's funny how peer pressure works, right? We see the desired group of people, and for that time, they all appear to be the right group of people.
Right.
They feel like the only group of people. And then at some point, and my question is for you, what point was that? But at some point, you realize this is the wrong group of people. And the gag is the group didn't change.
Right.
They're the same group from when you first wanted to be with them to now. So my question, young lady, is if you can remember what happened, what an alcoholic would call it a metamorphosis. What came about to make you realize, this might not be what I should be doing.
And that was gonna be That's good, because it's going to go to the next ones, too.
With us all the time.
You know what I'm saying? Come on, roll with it, baby. What changed you?
It was the fact that I was kind of like talking to my mom about this high school I wanted to go to. I wanted to go to VAP. That was the high school her and my aunt went to.
You said VAP?
And I felt like, if I didn't get the criteria for my GPA, I had to like play it serious. I had to like do everything I wanted to do to go to that school because it was like, is this a second generation thing? And they got arts and talent. I do arts and talents. I'm a musical kind of prodigy. All my family is. So, I was thinking that if I'm skipping and my grades are like flustering, this is not the right, place to be in if that's my achievement. I mean, overall, I didn't get to go to that, but, still it kind of gave me a rude awakening to like think like, this is not the type of thing you should be carrying on in high school in general, no matter what high school you're going to, because it's like it's negatively going to affect you. It's like making it look like you have no work ethic at all. It's like, it's poor.
Young lady, first of all, I'm very impressed. For this last year, people have paid me a lot of money to help them realize what it is that you just said, and you was able to get for free. In the practice of psychology,
normalize the conversation with the kids.
Yeah, in the practice of psychology, there's something called cost of benefit. When a person is down spiraling, they something happens when they decide that it's not what they want, and they decide if the cost and the benefit are equal.
Is it worth it? Was it worth it?
Exactly. You wanted to go to VAP, and the path that you were on, you realized this ain't it. This ain't leading.
Yep.
And you were able to correct. That's very good. You might not see the power in that right now. Hopefully, when you listen to this a couple years from now, you'll see, oh, I'm the joint. Because you are. That's fantastic, young lady. And you get kudos for that. Absolutely.
Okay. We're going to go. Jerron, what changed you, Jerron?
What do you mean?
When
elaborate, please?
as a freshman, what changed was it the growth, you getting older and realizing what helped you metamorphosize and change your way of thinking when it came to peer pressure, wanting to be down with the get down, trying to be cool? What was it?
Oh man, I didn't get that growth until my junior year.
Okay.
Yeah, my junior year. Because I spent my sophomore year doing the same thing, just less bad, if you get what I'm saying.
Uh-huh.
But my junior year, I finally met, another Trey, actually, and Jay, my friends. I met those guys, and they really opened my eyes. Them being older than me, way older than me, I like having older friends. They're more mature. Them being older than me, they put me in the right place, helped me realize that, having to fit in isn't really something that you have to do.
Yeah. If you went to Foot Locker, my man, and I don't mean to keep jumping
No,
in.
come on, man.
If
Come
you
on.
went to Foot Locker and they had only white shell toes, right? Which specific pair of those white shell toe Adidas would stand out to you? I'll answer it for you. You're taking a minute. So no pair would stand out because
They're all the same.
They
They're
are
all
the white
same.
shell toe Adidas.
It's a point being made.
They're all the same.
They're all the same.
So I mean, give me the purple pair. Dang it! I want the purple pair to exist. I don't want to look like everybody else.
Yeah.
And you know what? And I don't want. I said this a few minutes ago, but peer pressure, and self-esteem, there's a direct correlation.
Come on.
We don't value ourselves to where we feel like we should be a part of this specific group,
Right.
or we belong in this specific group. No. Stand there, because you're gonna get noticed standing there by yourself.
And they gonna come to me regardless, baby.
Look at Angel every time.
Come on, baby. You know what to say.
Ask me how I know.
How
Straight
you know?
every time. Man,
How
look
you
at-
know?
'cause it's
You gotta
habit.
let the kids
I don't
know.
want to take her to church, but listen here.
Come on.
Man, look here. When you standing by yourself, we ain't trying to run behind nobody, and you going in the other direction.
Somebody see you.
More people see you than not.
Okay.
Straight up here, man. look
Stay
here.
in one spot. I promise you, they gonna see you. They gonna catch a glimpse, baby.
Every
Now,
time.
if they see you somewhere else, somebody else gonna upstage you.
Man, or
You
try
ain't-
to.
At least try to. You know what I'm
Straight
saying?
up.
She gonna
Straight up.
upstage me. I'm gonna stand right there. Flock to me, baby.
Angels online.
And I'm gonna get voice of the unheard.
Man, look.
I'm gonna give
Now
you what
hit
you
it.
want.
Straight
You
up.
got to get a people
That's
what
right.
they want. Hey man,
right.
let me tell you. Okay. I got a question, Jerron. I'm sorry. Let me go to Trey. Trey, what made you metamorphosize, baby?
All right. I'm not trying to make this dark, but
You better be honest with us. Tell us. Come on, give us short
I'm
and
about to
honest.
be on
You
her real
you can
hard.
be vulnerable. Come on.
Truthfully, it was I lost maybe four of my friends that like I kind of like grew up with uh through violence or whatever, and they fell into a bad the bad crowd through peer pressure, I guess. Some through just stuff that was kind of inevitable, like their family or whatever, but through violence and like gunshots, all that. So seeing them pass away was kind of like, okay, yeah, these are people that I grew up with. These are people that I sometimes shared meals with, was able like, I know their family, they know my family, and losing them was like, okay, yeah, let me tighten up and hone in on my skills, hone in on what makes me true to myself, so that way I'm not a victim, kind of like how they were, because of some stuff that they didn't exactly have control over.
Come on,
A lot
man.
of people always say, yeah, yeah, they do have control over peer pressure, but sometimes, like, if you're not in your right mindset, sometimes you just like going with emotions, and I never wanted to fit in that box of
Come on.
having to go through the motions after
Right.
seeing what they went through. So I'm like, nah, let me make sure that I can control my environment, I can control my actions, I can control the people that I'm around and the people
Hmm.
that are around me as well. So losing them was kind of, in a real mellow sense, was kind of like, okay, yeah, real eye opener. It
Yeah.
helped me, develop and blossom, as a flower in a way, and be able to,
Okay, analogy. Come
be
on
able
here.
to
Look here.
do
Come
what I need to do in
on.
order to be better.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Make it plain, man. Look here.
Hold on.
That sound. That
Hold on.
sound. Yeah, that's it. That's
Shoot.
it. That's it. That's
Somebody
it.
get these kids some respect.
Man, but the thing is, man, these young people are realizing it early. Do you hear
Yeah.
me?
Juvenile awareness.
Come on here.
That's right.
Juvenile
on here.
awareness, man.
Man.
So, here's some. Have any of you been one to peer pressure somebody? Jerron, we'll start with you.
Um, no, not really. Peer pressure, more encouragement
Okay,
on
good.
that side.
Good. Trey?
Oh, I mean, definitely I peer pressure. But I think, somebody mentioned earlier about a good peer pressure. So I was able to transition from being kind of like a, bro, come on, man, we're all doing this, like you gotta do it too, to more of a, no, bro, like, it's okay to be yourself. It's okay to be unique and be able to kind of be in a more positive light than a negative one.
Mm-hmm.
That's perfect. And that was Shania that said that, because that was going to be a question as well that I had. Can peer pressure be good? And what we said earlier was we can call it more encouragement and motivation, because the three things that the Angels Online do is what? Motivate, influence, and inspire.
Correct. Absolutely.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? We want to keep it funky and keep it positive for the people, baby.
Correct.
Shania, what about you? I mean, you told us it can be good. Have you ever you actually told us that you peer pressure somebody, but you utilize it in a positive way.
I mean, for me, when it comes to like peer pressure, positively, well, with my friends, the friends that, I got now, I mean, like, it's kind of different from middle school. But, like, high school, I kind of told my friends about that stuff because, freshman year, also in high school, you start off real rocky where, you kind of fall back in that trap of, oh, it's freshman year, it don't matter and stuff like that. And I kind of,
Wow.
I have to tell my friends, no, you can't be like that because, like, I kind of thought the same thing, middle school, it don't matter because it's middle school. But this right here, you got to change yourself. You got to be a different person. You can't be slacking and all of that. You got to, like, change your work ethic. You got to become more of a at-peace person and stuff like that. You can't just be all out in the mix. You got to be your own mix. You got to stick to your true
Yes,
morals
mix.
and
That's
be
She
who
said
right.
you
you
gotta
are.
be
Yes,
your
mix.
own mix.
But you know what? She's speaking truth.
Volumes.
Angel, because you're in education, and I used to teach, and I can't tell you how many seniors were ready to graduate and couldn't because they had messed up the whole freshman year.
Yep.
Trying to do morning, afternoon, and night classes. They senior year.
And summer school.
Hear me?
I gotta get I gotta get my credit.
Sir, and look here and I'll get to triggers at the end. Put that down so I can let
got
the
you,
people
I
know.
got you, I
Let
got
the
you.
people
I'm
know
trying to get my
what some of the triggers are and situations most people who find themselves in peer pressure are. But we'll get there later on. I'm cool right
Boom.
now.
Okay, Jerron, I know you have to go. Jerron, we don't have Jerron for a long time. Do you have to go, Jerron?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, sweetheart. Thank you for coming
man,
in
thank
to the
you.
Angels Online, giving
Thank
us
you.
your voice.
Thank you.
Somebody heard you.
Awesome input.
Yes,
my
they
man.
did.
Awesome input.
Thank you so much for having me, guys.
All right, my
No
dear. Bye bye.
problem. Until next
Bye-bye.
time.
Okay, we gonna move on to some adults, man. We gonna talk to the people with some adults.
Don't ask me.
Dante, how did
Don't ask my
peer pressure affect your life, especially from the transition to teenage to adult? Tell me about your life and peer pressure, cause the kids listening right here. We got Trey and Shania. Am I right? We got Trey and Shania.
I got a
You
story,
right.
my man.
We heard.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, listen to this. 17 years old, man. My dad had just bought a shiny red Ford Explorer. You know, I had just started driving. My dad used to DJ. Well, no, this specific day, it was a back to school event down in the city. And he was, you know, his community contribution was to cut some of the young people's hair. So he had forgot something. And the whole time I was texting like one of my friends who lived in the city, and it's like, I'm down in the city. And it's like, but I got to run back to my dad's house in the county. It's like, come over here, pull up. I'm like, no, he really need me to come right back. And it's like, man, pull up. This person here, this person here, this person here. All my friends lived in the city because I went to RTC on Southside. So, you know, I'm like, I'm in the city. I can just go on my way there. You know, come out the parking lot, going down, Kings Highway, made it right when I should have made it left. You know what I'm saying? To go and do what I should have been doing. Hit the corner, bow, ran right into the back of somebody's car.
Oh no!
Ran right to the back of somebody's car. Man, look here. There was no way I could have explained that. That's pure and clear peer pressure. Had I not been, suckered into doing that, I would have been good. Going in the other direction, which I should have. So, I mean, my life is weird. I got a lot of examples of peer pressure. Before I became who I am now, I was somebody else.
Come on.
So, I wasn't always as sure as who I am as I am now. But, we live and we learn. It took me a long time to realize that. And peer pressure ruled me for a long time, I'll be honest with you. In both good and bad ways. I'll say that. So the young lady is absolutely correct that it can be used both good. And when I say good and bad ways, I don't mean encouragement. I'll just say that. I just mean
right.
it was used in a good way to get me out of bad situations.
There it is.
Okay.
So, yeah.
You learn real quick.
Man, real quick. Angel, look here. Swiftly.
You gonna pick it up quick, baby.
Straight up. Like a vacuum cleaner.
Hey, Shannon, you always been strong, but tell you ain't. What's up, man?
I didn't have like peer pressure like that. One, I was like pretty much a loner, but when I was around people, like even now, people gravitate to me. So I've never been. I'm gonna say I was more encouragement and motivation. Because I was one of those people where even now I always wanted somebody to do their best and be great. So I never wanted to be the type of person to be like, okay, don't do this, don't do that. But I was always like, to each his own, because I'm not finna keep giving you this good advice and you gonna do whatever you want.
Correct.
But if you choose to do that, then by all means do you. But when it came to me talking to people, it was always positive. Like, even now, I will always try to speak life into somebody because you never know what that person is going through.
That's right.
Yep.
One of the biggest issues we have today is we are so quick to judge a person, and you don't know
So I guess we
that
just gonna talk
person's
about
path.
it. We just gonna talk about it, huh?
You know what,
We just gonna
Dante?
talk about
Let's
it.
talk about it. Because I want to talk
You know
about
what
it.
you're talking about. I'll tell you that.
And the fact is, like, me growing up in a Christian background family and seeing how certain people would judge you, I had encountered somebody a deacon told my grandma he thinks something was wrong with me because I smiled all the time.
The Saints said that.
Jeez.
And my grandma was like, if you think like something wrong with her because she smiles because that's what her grandmother likes her to do. So that was one of the biggest things where my grandma always told me, never stop smiling. Never stop smiling because your smile alone will always, make somebody day.
Absolutely.
So that was
Absolutely.
my thing. So even now, just people always, I guess because I'm an empath. So I I would say people can always, vent and
They give it to
say
you.
whatever.
They give you the problem.
And then I'm just like, okay, well, do you want the real or you want the,
You give them an option.
right? Because I'm going to tell you, but I could never just be, I guess because the person I am, I could just never be a person to make somebody do something. I just always want people to be great. Because it's like you only get one life, and why be anybody in the world when it's only you? It's only one you.
And that's the better option. I had to look at. I had to learn.
Can't nobody be you but you. You the only person that can be great at you. So.
And the thing is, just to piggyback off what you said, and I speak this from experience. Look here, before I became Dr. Cora, like I said, I was somebody else. So you don't experience people listen here. If you on the phone, you wherever you listen to this at, I'm gonna save you the rest of this show. If you just understand and realize this part, you won't experience true happiness until you decide to be the person and do the things that make you happy.
Yes.
Because you are here chasing somebody else's happiness. If we want to call it this, dabbling in identity theft.
Yep.
Trying to be somebody else.
Come on.
Yeah.
You won't experience there's always going to be a shortcoming. There's always going to be a mark that you're not going to miss trying to be somebody else. Man, be you. Guess what? It's gonna be so liberating.
Okay.
And you ain't gonna care. You won't have these triggers of peer and causes of peer pressure because you won't care what nobody else thinks.
Exactly.
I don't give a
Keep living.
I'm gonna
Keep
use my language. I don't give a
living.
damn.
Okay.
And loud. I'm gonna live loudly. You gonna see me and hear me coming. Just straight up, strutting through like a Metrolink train. Ding ding ding.
Listen.
Tickets, passes, and transfers.
Man,
please.
look here. It's crazy. When you say that, I swear in high school, peer pressure, what? If I did it, it's because I wanted to do it.
Heavy.
Exactly.
I promise you that.
Yeah.
Ronda Ramsey walking through the hall. I'm putting on basketball shorts and the t. I was a tomboy. I'm putting on basketball shorts and a t-shirt, man.
Right.
I'm wearing sweats and a t. I don't give a damn. You know what I'm saying? You can't tell me nothing that I don't want to do, man.
Yeah.
But that's like. But I always loved everybody. I don't care if it's over here. I'm giving hugs to everybody. You know what I'm saying? Respect all my teachers. Have a good time. Give them a hard time by being a class clown, being a fool. But didn't nobody tell me to do that.
Right.
That's just who I am. I'm the same person to this day.
Yep.
I'm a
But
fool.
you wasn't disrespectful.
No, come on.
You was
man.
not
You know what to say.
disrespectful.
I mean, I wasn't. I'm more like I do right now. The only difference is I'm not 17, 16.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
I'm
A little bit loud in line.
I'm a little older.
Season.
You know what I'm saying?
You're a little
I'm
seasoned.
Yes,
a little
seasoned.
salt and pepper Cajun. You know what I'm saying? I got a
Yep.
little something in it.
Who's this?
And I've developed.
No, yes, man.
And
look
that's
here.
how I came up with the Angels Online. Because my job is I got to give them what we didn't have.
That's right.
And I know what it felt like to lack, but I didn't know what it was then until I got older, until I got educated and everything. I went through all these experiences that I had, whatever. And I'm like, man, if I had this, if we had this, it's like, oh man, I lacked it then, but I didn't understand lacking it then because, our parents made sure we was good.
Every time. Every time.
You know what I'm saying? But it's like, man, if you give them what they need now, and we got these kids listening, Trey and Shania, Jerron, you give them what they need now, and normalize conversation with them, we can understand their perspective, and we can help them become more
Communication is key.
You know
It's
what I'm
number
saying?
one.
They advocate more, for their needs
That's
and
right.
be able to speak. And if you're an adult and you don't appreciate that,
Yeah. No, that's the problem.
that's a lack of knowledge. That's an ignorance on your behalf.
Heavy
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I mean, if I did something and I wasn't doing stuff bad, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't no bad kid. I wasn't, you know what I'm saying? Thank God, my mom, she wasn't drinking and smoking. She was taking care of her kid, working 2 or 3 jobs. I'm playing sports. I was busy.
Yeah.
I had stuff to do. I had a lot of friends, and that lead me to my next question. Because you already said how it shaped your life. You know what I'm saying? You said, well, it was positive peer pressure that got me. You know what I'm saying? She was already an advocate, growing up a Christian and everything. And on top of that, she had other things going on. You hear on the other episodes if you stay tuned, baby. But stay with me, don't play
That
with me.
flows so freely.
You got to give
Yeah.
you got to give the people what they want, baby. Do you have any regrets about the choice of friends you had growing up?
Do I have growing up? Well, let's be clear. No. Let's be clear. Growing up, no. The ones in that post-adolescent period, absolutely. Even still today, I'm still a little salty. And I've been I see myself.
Okay,
But the
as
thing
you
is this,
should.
the peer pressure both internally and externally, and we can talk about that later on if you want to. That peer pressure kind of pushed me into a lot of situations that, had I discovered true happiness before or decided to live authentically myself, I wouldn't have gone through. So my frustration and an issue with those people is that they allowed me to do it. They allowed me to do these things. And I'm not trying to put the blame on them, but if they truly cared for me,
Right.
and they all pretended to, then my true well-being should have been their concern.
Right.
I have friends now that check me. I have friends who didn't graduate from high school that can validly and from a place of love check Dr. Cora. And I receive that.
Come on.
Because I know it's from
It's
a place
out of love.
absolutely.
Place of love, man.
Absolutely. So and that's where it comes from. Surrounding yourself with people who truly care for you.
That's right.
To correct you when you're wrong. Man, I was walking around doing some stupid stuff and everybody was supporting me and encouraging me to continue doing it.
Somebody said, what the hell you doing?
Man, look at ain't nobody asked me no questions. It was always yes and amen. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, but I learned that both in the family and out of it. But I learned that what true friendship is when I decided to be myself and surround people who accept me for who I really was and not who they thought I was going to be. That's where the power came in. So
You know,
That's right.
I'm gonna go back to when you said, you know, because you were still salty. You know, them people, if they really care for me, maybe they didn't know how to care for you.
no, because they didn't know who I was.
That's
Yeah.
right. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And they didn't know how to
true.
react to that.
Oh, absolutely.
But then when you transform, see, they probably really didn't know how to react to that.
They did.
You know
They
what
did.
I'm saying?
They did.
But hopefully they learned from it and be like, you know what? Change is good.
Change is good.
There was a lack of ambivalence there.
Well, the thing is, they see how my life took off once they weren't around anymore.
Come on.
Yeah.
It was like a cocoon.
Flourish.
Come on.
You know, I left that cocoon back there.
Come
Yeah.
on.
And I flew away like a butterfly.
And
Hey,
when they
shout out.
what up?
Won't even-
No, but for real, that's how it is. Once you get rid of those weights and those people who are just holding you back, because fake friends, bad friends, bad groups of people hold you back.
Yep.
They
Sure
tie
do.
to you and latch onto you so you can't progress.
Uh-huh.
You know, they
crab
want
effect.
man, come on here.
Cause you steady excelling, and they don't like to see you excel, so they
Yeah.
gotta,
They
pull
want to see you
down.
do good, but not better than
Not
them.
better than them.
Man,
Come
look
on,
here.
tell us
That's
about
it.
you, shit. I
That's
don't know,
it.
because we preaching today. Peer pressure. here
What
with
you
it.
want to know, Rhonda?
Come on, girl. What's up? Tell me, girl. Who's Ron? I don't know who that is.
You want to be Angel? You want to be Marie?
I
What
want to be
you want?
Diva. What's up?
I mean, which one? Because you got a lot of alter egos out here.
I'm
I
on the
mean,
side, but I'm the same person in all of them, baby. I don't know. I'm kind of crazy. I don't know.
little bit ain't got to nobody
Woo!
else.
How about your choice of friends? You still have your same friends, or did some affect
Um,
you negatively, positively? What's up?
Actually, I do. Like some of my closest friends, I would say some I know. I grew up in. I had a childhood church, so I'm still like cool with those people. And then I have people that I met recently. Well, I'm just not recently, but within a few years that I'm pretty much close to. But I haven't. I still talk to people from middle school. Still talk to people from high school. So, I mean, I guess once I started getting older, and you start seeing certain people do certain things, I don't want to judge, but at the same time,
You
if
aware.
I feel like you're right, I'm aware, and when I feel like you got a lot going on, because I'm really
I
big
like the
on
way you said that.
energy.
I like that.
And I'm going to protect my peace and my energy
First.
at all
Come
costs.
on.
First.
So I have no problem letting go people and things that no longer serves me.
Come on here.
So what I'm not going to do is if you choose to continue to live how you want to, then that's your life to live. But I don't have to associate with you.
Yes.
I can love you from a distance. But, I mean, I don't have to be bothered with you. So,
And won't be.
okay.
Won't,
And won't be.
Because it's
can't,
just...
won't do it.
And I'm one of them people too where, like I said, people vent to me and say certain things, but don't ask me for my input and my advice, because how I am, if I come to you and I want your honest opinion. I want you to give it to me funky and raw, whether it's gonna hurt my feelings or not.
with me, baby.
But you can't expect me to not give it to you the same way.
Yeah, they be wanting a one-way conversation.
Exactly. And I don't like when people come where they have all this baggage and different things going on, and then you want to drop all your baggage on me because, of course, I'm an empath. I'm listening. So I'm feeling for you, but you're not going to dump your baggage off on me, and then you get this free good advice, and then you choose to go back. And no. I need for you to come back and get this damn this baggage that you left me.
You know what? I made a post last year when I graduated. I'm like, I'm no longer giving free advice. Not going to do it. Because and the feedback that I give is going to be clinical, and you're not going to like it. Because people, when they come to you, when they know they can come to you, like I said, they want it to be a one-way conversation. They want to bring it to the altar and leave it there. No. Stay right here.
Come back.
Stay right here. I'm gonna, because I have a response. I'm gonna give you a receipt for what you just gave me.
Exactly.
So stand here and receive.
Exactly.
I like that. I'm gonna give you a receipt, baby.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you know what. I'm gonna
Exactly.
give it all to you.
Because this baggage you just dropped, it was
Come
a
on.
deposit.
Come
So
on.
I got to give you your
Yeah, look
receipt
here.
for
These
this
people here
transaction.
y'all out here clowning.
Look.
Okay,
Y'all here
because
clowning
you
today.
didn't drop this bag off and it make this deposit. So let me give you this receipt.
If it comes to a point where I got to yell at you, hey man, we ain't the same. I can't. Hey man, I can't do it, baby.
We not on
Straight
the
up.
same
It ain't
level.
gonna
If
work
a
out.
conversation can't be this, if it has to escalate where
Come
you
on.
doing all of this and raising your voice,
Come
then
on,
it
man,
ain't even that.
Then that's ineffective communication.
Yes.
We not getting nowhere.
One thing that I tell my family and my friends when they get to that point where it becomes an argument, I'll just clearly and I can call people right now and tell you this. I'll say, you know what, I'm going to let you go ahead and continue this conversation, but I'm going to back out of it. You can continue this conversation
That's
without
it.
me.
Because
Period.
you know people that's real mad, they'll talk to themselves.
Yeah.
That motherfucker. There.
Go ahead and work that out and let me know what you come up with.
Meanwhile, you done exit stage left and they still talking.
Man, I'm
Swiftly.
gone. What you
Swiftly.
Said? What you said at the beginning?
At this point, you beefing with yourself.
What you said at the beginning? You said I gotta protect my peace
Peace at
and my
all
energy.
costs.
You know what I'm saying? But believe me, I'm gonna defend myself. Please don't.
And at the same
come
time,
sideways.
and even though we talking about peer pressure and other people and friends, but guess what? Family too. I love
You know
they can be the
First.
most
They can be
toxic
same.
people ever.
Put this mic on at first.
I'm gonna love you
Okay.
from a
First.
distance.
Do I need to say it loud for the people in the back row so they can hear
You
me?
got to get up, people.
Because family can be toxic too.
Come on.
And you know what?
Come on.
And
Come
a lot of them don't want to see you do good either.
Come on. And hold
And-
on. And because they family, a lot of times they don't even want to hear what you got to say.
Period.
You might be Miss Ramsey, you might be Miss Johnson, you might be Dr. Carl, and they gonna be like, well, that's how I am. Well, I'm doing it. Well, you know what? Unfortunately, that's not how I am, and that's not what
And
I don't
it's
accept.
sad
So I'ma
because
move
it's like
forward.
as family, you should want to see,
Growth,
Yeah.
maturity.
But it's like
You
you
know,
got, and it's
knowledge.
crazy because it's like we are from the same bloodline. So why must you be jealous of me?
One of my mentors told me, if you want to grow, move away from the people you grew up with. Move away
Yeah.
from your family.
Come on.
Because they're
That's
going to always remember. They know too much.
Okay.
They know too
And
much.
guess what they might do? What they gonna do? Well, you used to be.
Yeah.
Well, back then. Well, I remember when. Hey, man, look here, man. Don't tell me nothing about Angel from when I was
ain't gonna
17,
tell
18.
you.
Don't tell me nothing about when I was 25. Mind your business.
Correct.
Don't tell me
Correct.
nothing about none of that. Don't tell me.
I have grown.
Because what you need to do is have a quantum leap into
Okay.
the current situation. Because you stuck back there.
You okay?
One big bunny hop.
I'm not who I was 3 days ago. I might have had a discussion
Right.
with a friend and learned something to be like, you know what, I'm trying to be better every day.
yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? It might be
yeah.
a simple slip up. Okay. Well, you know what? I'm glad.
But
you
that happens
recognized
because
in
you're
me.
human.
Come on.
And that's called growth.
Come
Okay.
on.
It's called growth.
Come on.
Especially when you acknowledge where you messed up at, and then you move forward. I don't need nobody to keep giving me a constant reminder. Don't you think I remind myself when I look in the mirror? I ain't who I used to be yesterday.
You know what we also call that? Accountability.
Okay.
Accountability. Woo! Trey, you picking this up? What we putting down?
Yes, ma'am.
He said, nah, you picking up what we putting down.
Where's my kid?
Trey, what's your thoughts on kind of what we just went through?
There you go.
Like, what do you think? What do you think? Just give us your opinion, or if you have any experiences similar to any of that.
Okay. To be honest with you, when y'all spoke about like when y'all grew up and kind of like the people that y'all were around, I feel like for some reason, I feel like it was still relatable. Like,
Of
I'm
course.
still, even though I'm only 17.
Yes, sir.
Of
And,
course,
you know,
history
I'm-
repeats itself.
And I'm still, like, coming up, and, you know, I'm still, like, you know, being able to come into my shoes. At, like, the points and the pointers that y'all were, like, talking about, and about, like, the people that y'all were around, and how, like, I forgot your name. I'm so sorry. But you talked about how your grandma was always like, keep smiling. Always keep a smile on your face. That's something my grandma always told me. You know, like, that was, like, little stuff like that. I was like, okay, yeah, I'll relate to that specifically. And even on the vaguer points, like, I don't know how, but it's kind of like a universal thing. Like, we're kind of connecting here. Like, it's really nice. I love it.
That's good. That's good. And you're exactly right.
Okay.
Only thing is it's 2022, sir.
Yep.
That's right.
Ain't nothing different. People gonna be people. You are who you are. Your character will outshine whatever somebody's saying. Just be who you are.
Yep.
And everything, I promise you, it's all the same, which is why I say, let's normalize, let's have these conversations with the people of today. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say let's have these, and you just make my point of why the Angels Online exists and why my dreams came true. You
Man,
know
this
what I
is
mean?
That's
powerful.
right.
I mean,
I wish I had this when I was younger.
Man.
Look here. If I look here,
come on,
You
man.
went and had that peer pressure.
man, look here. I
Give me
could
a voice.
have saved 4 years of my life.
Yep.
Man, look.
Understand that, and we'll have to talk about that another time. But look here. How old am I? 33. I would have been in this place 4 years ago. just imagine how much more progress
Yep.
that would have took place.
So why wait? You know what I'm saying? Let's get these kids the information now.
Please hear what's being said. It might not make sense today, but you know you're
Play
gonna be
it 10
you're gonna be
times. You can
somewhere.
play it. You can get mad.
Yeah,
You can be
yeah.
like, man, I'm finna go back and listen to Angels Online. And let me see. I want to hear peer pressure because I feel these people peer pressure me. Let me see how they handle it. What did they do?
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Let us motivate, influence, and inspire you in any way that we can.
Yep.
So we're gonna go back to triggers. Let's go back to triggers.
Yep. Because we wrote it
So
down.
there's a direct correlation. I paid to learn the
Mm.
word correlation between peer pressure and new experiences. These people on the phone, these young people on the phone on the line there were new to a new school. The young man was at SLU. Now, for all intents and purposes, sir, you at SLU. You
Yes.
belong.
St. Louis
Okay.
University
You
High
belong,
School,
my man.
okay?
There's not a St. Louis Community College. No shade.
Okay.
No shade there, but
That's
sir,
a-
you applied and was accepted there.
Okay.
You fit
You're
in.
going D1,
Yeah.
sir.
You fit in, my
Yes.
man. Look here, you fit in. I don't care where they live, where they drive.
Okay.
You walking that same
Come on.
campus.
Come on.
Your feet hitting that
That's
same
right.
asphalt.
Come on.
You
That's
sitting in them
right.
same chairs.
Come on.
Trust me, that's one. But correlation is
Yeah.
anytime young or old, child or adult, you find yourself in a new situation, a new environment, there's going to be a trigger. You're going to become susceptible
Yeah.
to peer pressure because you want to fit in. You want to, not necessarily because of self-esteem, but you want to be a part of the group. Nobody wants to be the new guy ever,
Yeah.
anywhere. You want to automatically jump in and be a part of the team and just fit in with everybody else.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
On top of that, don't let the household, what you got going on at home.
oh yeah,
That's,
Oh,
a,
yeah.
that's a factor, baby.
yes,
Come on.
yes.
That does.
And a lot of time, and people don't want to have this conversation. Self-esteem issues start at home.
Yep.
With the communication, you're not telling that young lady that she cute.
Come on.
You're not telling the young man that he's smart
Uh-huh.
and that he's important.
Sit your dumb ass down.
Hey,
Okay.
Come on, man.
You know.
Come on,
You know.
man.
That's what they doing. So guess what they doing? They taking it outside.
Yeah.
And that becomes their trap.
And it's the feeling of being
Accepted or loved.
Yeah.
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 Because then they adopt
Yeah.
another family.
Come on here. And that's what it is. That's what the peer pressure is.
So I say, if you don't
Trying to
get
fit
them
into the other
information-
group.
If you don't get them the information at home or give them the love at home, they gonna find and they gonna get it from somewhere that
Somewhere
you don't want
else.
them to
Yep.
get it from.
And then
Or
that's
that
when
you
they
gonna be-
create their
on.
own norm.
And then next thing
their
you know,
own
my kid is bad. My
cultures,
kid is
their
bad.
own
You know, I
values.
taught a seminar on enculturation, and that's exactly what that is. To adopt and become a part of a different group that you were not by right
Yep.
a part of. Man, there's so much of that going on.
It's all the time. It's
Absolutely.
with these kids all the
But you
time.
know, I was a victim of that also. I did that too.
Let's talk
I
about
did
it.
that too.
That's
a long
it.
time ago. Absolutely. We weren't rich growing up.
No, not
But
at all.
I decided a long time ago that I was going to live above my means.
Okay.
Okay.
But you know what?
You worked hard to get there.
I decided I was going to live above my means, and sometimes I had to acquire that stuff the wrong way. But when I
But
decided,
you got it together.
But look at when I decided that I still wanted those things without the stress.
Right.
I worked real hard to get it the right way.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Because I was like, I was always a scary one, okay?
Look here.
I said,
He took risks.
Hey, I told y'all I was a different person before I was Dr. Cora. Do you hear me?
I'd be like, we still in. I go fast. I go fast. And to this day, I swear, me and my sister, if you do something wrong, we be like, no, we're not supposed to do that. We're going to block our blessings.
Okay? He gonna block your blessings.
Man, look here.
That's right.
I be like, outside, the light turned clear red. And this guy just made
You just
a
gonna
left
go
turn.
through?
I was like,
But
oh
you know
my
what?
God.
Angel, even with my past, I'll be in the city at a red light and see somebody go through. I'm like, I gotta get from out here. How are y'all doing this? How is this okay?
Right. You clutch your fake pearls. Oh my God.
So y'all just gonna run lights. Y'all just gonna go down the wrong way on this one-way street.
Now what if somebody was coming this way?
So forget me, huh? Forget me in my
life?
car.
Okay. Damn me in my life. Huh?
Complete,
Well, tell your own
man.
side.
Look here. Straight up.
Listen.
And back when I was running amok. Now I'm like, how y'all out here doing? Where the police?
Yeah, wait a minute.
Where's the police?
Then you get that invisible tap.
Uh-huh.
I know.
Uh-huh. Hey, can y'all send a unit down here? They racing down my street.
Sir, the police, I'm a paid snitch. I'm telling you.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, we can send a unit. What's your name? My name's not important.
Okay.
You might find something else out. Listen.
You need to hurry up. Click.
People's lives are at risk here. People are flying down the freaking street.
I don't even live here. I pay taxes.
Okay.
Send a unit.
My tax dollars pay for your salary.
Man, look here. That's true tea, though. That's true.
Listen. So here's a question I got. This is for the kids listening, all the kids listening, and even the adults. Because let me remind
And
y'all,
the kids that
adults
will
are
be listening.
big kids. Okay, adults are. Trey speak better than a lot of these adults walking around these streets right now.
Yes, he does.
Shania,
Yep.
Jerron, these kids are speaking volume because you got adults out here on social media fighting, doing all this silly stuff, robbing, stealing. These are all adult pants still
Man.
And that was another one of the triggers. When you have that type of situation, that type of parental unit, you have to measure up. And a lot of times they measure it up is because you got a mom to fight. And then you got a bully picking on you. Or you gotta fight.
Did I just go through that?
You gotta fight. You don't have to fight, but the pressure from your parental unit, and you see them out there fighting.
You better
better do it. You
now, if you lose, you come home.
I'm beat your ass.
You got two options.
Okay.
Either win.
And it's sad. It's
Unfortunate,
sad.
man, unfortunate situations and circumstances that the kids are put in, and I don't think a lot of these adults realize that their actions and their decisions have a major impact on these kids.
Huge.
Huge.
It's just like Whitney said, the children are our future. But it's like, man, because you messed up your life and you went down that path, why would you jeopardize your kid life? Like I tell my kids, especially Shania, I want you to be better than me. But I couldn't tell you to be better than me if I wasn't putting the work in myself.
Correct. They need to see it.
Exactly. So I can preach to you all day long and tell you, yes, I was a teen mother.
Come on.
Had her when I was 17, but I told her I want you to be better than me.
Come on.
And there was times where I was told I wasn't gonna graduate high school and I wasn't gonna do this, but
Watch me work.
And I did.
Yep.
And
Watch
I
me
went to
work. What you
college and watched me work.
Do it.
And I did.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't gonna
do
finish
it.
college
What?
with 3 girls, and I did with honors. And I wasn't gonna finish graduate school, but I did early with honors. So it was like I can't tell you and preach to you to be great, and I'm not doing
Yeah,
it.
because what you're doing when you check all those boxes that people say, well, I'm not gonna do it. Check. Oh, you're not gonna do this either. Check. You land down that road that your daughter gonna walk down.
You heard what she said? Second generation VAP. I wanted to
Yeah.
go there, but I realized in 7th grade when I was messing
That
up
she
and everything,
messed up.
I learned from that. I still couldn't go to VAP, but I knew when I got to school that I knew as a freshman I needed to get my shit together.
Yes.
Exactly.
I knew that didn't help me to behave like that. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna encourage my peers to do better and
Correct.
tell them, okay, let me give y'all my experience of what I went through.
Yep.
You know, she held herself open and
And-
vulnerable.
and that-
And
that's
she
where-
graduated cum laude.
Period.
With a full
And-
ride scholarship. Come on.
To her State University,
Come on.
my alma mater.
Come on.
She wants to be a
That's my undergrad. It is.
and she wants to be a
Yeah,
teacher.
Hornets.
Okay.
Okay.
The Hornets are heavy in here.
Okay.
Come on here. I sure did. I sure did.
Come
Okay.
on.
I sure did stay in Gillespie Hall.
Okay.
Yes, I did.
And that's where she
I was
stayed?
the first class to stay in Gillespie Hall
Okay,
in 2007.
Come on.
I was
through.
there. Come on here.
Look here. St.
Now-
Louis, hey, St. Louis, Missouri, Harris State
And I didn't
University,
stay
being
on
repped
campus
Angels
because I was
Online.
with her.
Come on.
But I told her, go stay on campus, live your best life.
Yeah.
Get involved. Do you.
Man, look here. Hey, young lady, get involved.
Man.
Get involved.
Man.
Get involved.
Do
But they
everything.
say, I love my H. I love my S.
I love my
S.
H.
I love
SSU.
my U.
Come
I
on
love
here.
my H. SSU.
That part.
You
That's
You
it.
know.
Man, that's
You
it.
better
Alright.
sing it. So
I just
got-
had a flashback walking in
I'll-
yard.
Those are great
Oh,
times,
oh,
okay?
final
It's a culture. It's a vibe by
It is.
itself.
I used to
guys.
say I went to Harstow State High School.
It was because we had lockers.
We had lockers in
we
one
had
building.
lockers in-
In
yeah.
one building.
We
In one
did.
building, like high school.
You need to go see it now.
I'm gonna stop by there before I leave.
I need.
Before I get out
You're
of here.
gonna walk in there and be like Tiffany Haddish. Ooh, this is nice. I said,
We
this
got
is new
money.
I'm gonna have to go check it out. I'll walk
That's
in
how
there.
I
And the new president.
She's fantastic.
Man, I love
She's
her.
she's fantastic.
Look here.
I got another story about her.
I love Dr.
Look here.
Latanya
She's
top tier.
Collins
She's
Smith.
top tier.
Okay,
Not her son.
she is a vibe.
Not her son, but that's a different story.
Okay,
Okay. Well, look at God. Won't he do it?
okay.
Oh.
Look at us, HSSU. We
Trey,
vibing.
Trey, how
We
you
is
doing,
in
Trey?
her. I gotta
Yeah,
turn
I'm
the
doing
camera
magnificent.
around.
You're
Trey, Shania, how you doing?
Hi, kid.
I'm doing real wonderful over here, you know?
Tell me what y'all favorite part about the episode is before I ask this last
And get
question.
close to the mic, because we can't hear you.
Got to give them what they want. Trey,
Come
go
on,
ahead.
definitely
Trey,
have-
you go ahead and start first, baby.
okay. I could give you the rice and gravy and just tell you the whole episode, but
Come on,
I'll be
rice and
real
gravy.
specific.
Okay.
I'm gonna say, I'm gonna definitely say when y'all kind of gave us the floor and was able to give feedback based off of our responses. Y'all didn't just sit there and just say, oh, okay, well that's good. Y'all actually say, okay, well this is how y'all can go about that next time. This is how I understand how peer pressure affected y'all, but how it can affect everybody else listening as well. Like I gave impactful feedback and constructive criticism. And that was the beautiful thing, not only to witness, but also to hear as well.
Awesome.
Very
Thank you,
good.
baby. That's
Very
good.
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 Mm,
Shania,
thank
what
you.
about you, my dear?
I mean, my favorite part about the show, I can't even say I have a favorite part. Just the whole thing in general, was honestly great to me because, you got young people, you got old people listening, and, it probably might give them a change of heart, or it's like, I'm never too old, I'm never too young to change this and that around. So it's like the fact that we helping people actually go through stuff like this from our own experiences, I feel like that's great because, we lead in from personal experience to
Come on.
prevent things negatively to happen or prevent not to prevent, but to grow positively. So like it can go in either direction, and that's that's great.
Come
It
on.
prevents them from looking dumb, prevents them from going through those type of hardships. You want to give people that type of experience where it's like, okay, maybe I can change this around from hearing their point of views. I want to be inspiring.
That's
You
right.
know what? And what we do here,
Say
man,
it,
you know
we
what?
do.
I'm gonna end it on them. What we do here is we motivate, we influence, and we inspire. And our goal is to make sure we do those things and help others. And I love how you said it because you just said what the Angels Online is about. We connect young people and adults on an open platform and dialogue, using personal experience, professional knowledge. That's what we do.
Yep.
I want to thank y'all for calling in, for being with us. Man, if y'all got any questions, y'all hit us up at info@theangelsonline.org, at The Angels Online on Instagram and Facebook, The Angels Online LLC on YouTube. You can find us on all the platforms, whatever you want to go on, Spotify, whatever. Just look for that logo of the mic, baby, with the wings flying, because you are somebody's angel. Trey,
Yes,
give me a
Lord.
good people, good people.
Good people, good people.
Shania,
Say it
give me
with
good
your
people,
chest.
good people.
Good people, good people.
Man, Dante, give me a good people.
Good people, good people. Good people, good people.
Here go shit. Give me a good.
Good people, good people.
Hey.
And y'all
Okay.
know, y'all know what I'm gonna give you. You got to give the people what they want. Good people, let's get it. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to the Angels Online, Voice of the Unheard. Please stay tuned for the next episode next Wednesday. each and every Wednesday, and hopefully we motivate, influence, and inspire you. You are someone's angel. Remember, all voices matter. Peace and love from the Angels Online, voice of the unheard.
Go people, go people. Go people, go people.